Hi guys, this week I've been working mostly on infinite mode for Santa Jump, and let me show the process itself. The first thing I wanted to figure out was the spikes I saw in Profiler, but I didn't understand anything, so I just closed it for better times. Then I decided to delete all unimportant libraries from all the scripts I had. How do you think? Does it optimize the workflow? Then I opened Excel and read "Good to go" advice. That gave me some confidence, and I started to plan infinite mode. So on a horizontal axis we made city limiters from 1 to 16. Firstly, I thought that there are 16 possible placeholders for windows, like 4 per one face, and on the vertical axis you can see the height. So when Santa will jump up, there will be high counter for some stuff. Okay, and then I filled some cells for better understanding how to calculate possible positioning for windows. I have created an infinite.cs script that will be responsible for infinite game mode. I didn't want to make significant changes for game manager.cs script, that's why I had to create a new one. I added lists with game objects like windows, simple purple, color blue, icicles, gift boxes in different colors, and building blocks itself. Added a generate windows function for generating windows, and many other stuff. But basically the idea was to generate initial element with random position and after that get random relative position. Double up right, up left, right, left, and due to positioning I had to provide a proper rotation for windows. Then I understood that there are 20 possible positions for windows and changed that. And it was time to run my script. Also, I want to say that I used a pull-in method when you don't initialize elements but just show or hide them. So as you can see, the result seems not fantastic, but at least it's working, and that's awesome. I ran several times to make sure that it generates in a different way each time. After that, I made many attempts to analyze why this or that bug appears, why windows are too close to each other, etc. Run, debug, fix, and again. Then I started implementing corner windows. For example, my first attempts were so random that I asked myself hundreds of times, what the heck? You can see that I tried to understand where it should be. Like if the next window is on the next face, there should be a corner. Here it seems that game generates pretty fine. Then I considered building blocks. Logic is simple. I tried to divide general height by the building block height, and in that way I understand the quantity of blocks. Now we see that it somehow works, and that's fine. Here I started implementing the mechanics of hiding objects from scene to have a possibility to reuse them later. So I created two game objects with colliders. The first one will trigger if player collides with it. That's trigger up. It generates more stuff. And the second is trigger down. It will follow the player from the bottom and objects will hide after colliding with it. I banded changing position of trigger to event tick, which runs every second. I also noticed a bug, sometimes windows are situated too far away from each other. And that's not only one bug, of course. My trigger down didn't work, but I found the reason. It's because I didn't add a rigid body component to trigger. Here I positioned all the objects on a building with lights. Notice, I don't have active lights on a scene for optimizing purpose. I made it to bake them and have more bright colors in a result. I noticed that performance worse than in a simple mode with standard levels. That may be because of shaders, but I don't like the look of windows with backlit shader. As for icicles, what a beautiful color, isn't it? Just take a look. Also, I added some code to camera to prevent it move to hidden blocks. The last thing for this devlog is retry menu. It opens when player falls down. That was Nick for Games, bye.